All right, with that witness describing what it was like to be in the midst of a 4-hour-long tornado. Samantha Moore joins us now with more on this storm and what we can expect.
Incredible. I can't even imagine anything like this. The intensity of this storm, just incredible. And you compare it to Katrina. We always think of Katrina as a monster storm, but upon landfall, Katrina actually weakened. 201 kilometer per hour max sustained winds upon landfall, Katrina back in 2005. And then you compare that to Haiyan, 315 kilometer per hour winds. So it peaked upon landfall. And you look at the enhanced Vegeta tornado damage scale, and that puts us way up there at an EF4 for 4 hours. I mean, you rarely see an EF4 tornado, and then it's usually short-lived. But this went on for 4 hours. I can't imagine just surviving that intensity there. It's just incredible. So there is Haiyan now. It moved across the Philippines, now into the South China Sea, still moving at a good clip to the northwest at around 33 kilometers per hour. The winds have weakened down to 185 kilometers per hour, but that doesn't mean we need to let our guard down. In fact, its path is going to have an incredible influence here on the people who live along the coast of Vietnam. Pretty much the majority of the coastline here as it heads on up into northern Vietnam. Those winds will be picking up. The rain is going to be coming in off the sea. We have that counterclockwise circulation. It's going to draw all that moisture here right up along the coast. And we're expecting to see some torrential rainfall amounts as it makes its way slowly up the coastline, making landfall sometime early on Monday. And look at the rainfall amounts that it left here in the Philippines. The swath of rain, incredible rain, over a month's worth of rain, upwards to about 400 millimeters. So that was one of the problems with the flooding. That was freshwater flooding on top of the storm surge flooding that they had. So insult to injury here. And they're still dealing with inclement weather as we head into the next few days, and they're trying to clean up and rescue victims. They're still going to be dealing with thunderstorms, which will have gusty winds, a lot of lightning with them, and those humid conditions that makes it very uncomfortable. They've had 6 named storms hit the Philippines so far. 4 of those have made landfall in Vietnam, like Haiyan is doing right now. You can see that path taking it right up the coastline. And it doesn't have to be a typhoon to do damage. In fact, Jebi was a tropical storm when it made landfall, and that caused deaths. They also had loss of homes, loss of crops, so incredibly destructive, even though it wasn't a typhoon at the time it made landfall. So this is what we're expecting as we head into Monday, and it makes landfall in northern Vietnam. The storm surge, the heavy rain, the flooding, the landslides, and it's not just where it makes landfall. It's as it skirts the coast to the north, Jim, all the way on up that coastline. So really hundreds and hundreds of miles, and it will affect millions of people. Once again, the storm is going to be making headlines.
Making headlines, and it's because it's hitting populated areas.
Yeah.
It's going to be, something that just because it's, it's not gathering any more strength right now, right?
It's not, it's weakening, but a tropical storm can do a lot of damage, especially when it comes to flooding rain.
And this looks like a wet one.
It is. It's got a lot of moisture. It's just pulling that moisture right in off the South China Sea.
Samantha Moore, great to have you with us. Keep tracking it because we need to.
We will.
Thank you. All right.